Terrariums have been a fascination of mine over the years, and I've slowly built up my own little collection. And they can be a really fun way to bring a little bit of greenery inside the house. So let me show you how you can create a magical miniature garden. One of the first things you're going to be needing is a container, and I'm using this old fish bowl, which is a really good option because it allows me to use a few different succulents and cacti. And one of the biggest things when you're building your terrarium is making sure you get the right layers. The first step is to use activated charcoal. Now what this does, it keeps the overall hygiene of the plants and the soil in tip-top shape, and it will help prevent any root rot. So when you're applying this to your container, you only need to add about an inch worth to the bottom of the pot. So I'm going to be adding about an inch worth of soil on top of the charcoal. Depending on the size and the depth of your container, the amount of soil you need might vary, but for something about this size, an inch is enough. So now we can get to the fun part, planting. Now that you've got your plants positioned, and if you're pretty happy with how they're looking, you can add a little bit more soil to the terrarium. That way you can cover any roots that might be exposed. Now that you're happy with the amount of soil that's in there and all the roots are nicely covered, you can take some garden pebbles or even smaller stones, and you can decorate the top of your terrarium with these, and it will really bring your little container to life. When caring for terrariums, it can become a little bit scary when we think about watering, but it's a lot easier than what you might think. With succulents, they don't require too much, so all we need to do is use a mister or a little watering can just to get the roots moist enough but not saturated. And when it comes to feeding, they don't like a lot of nitrogen, so using a slow-release fertilizer is really good, but I won't need to worry about feeding at the moment thanks to the Osmocote Professional Cacti and Succulent Mix, because it has a slow-release fertilizer already in there. Keep your terrarium in a nice warm spot where it's exposed to some natural light. And with your terrariums, you don't have to use an old fish bowl. You can use any item. You can use wine glasses or even old jars. So if you come up with some really creative ideas, we'd love to see photos, so you can send them through to our Facebook page.